Welcome to this explainer. If you've been glancing at the news lately, you absolutely know that a certain scientific term has practically taken over the wellness and medical worlds. Everyone is buzzing about weight loss drugs. But today, we're going to look right past those pharmaceutical headlines and focus on something even more incredible: the science of your very own biology, and how your body holds the ultimate key to your health.
So why exactly is everyone suddenly talking about GLP-1? Let's just dive straight into this massive trend. From huge celebrity weight loss transformations to literal billion-dollar pharmaceutical booms, GLP-1 is everywhere. But here's the real secret, the thing that kind of gets lost in all that noise. It's not just a drug. It is a naturally occurring mechanism happening right inside of you, right now.
To make sense of the whole shebang, here's our roadmap for today. First, what is GLP-1? Second, its 4 key responsibilities. Third, natural versus artificial. Fourth, food is medicine. Fifth, sleep and stress. And finally, building the GLP-1 lifestyle. Let's get right into it.
Part 1. What is GLP-1? The science behind the spark.
Let's start at the very beginning, down at the microscopic level in your own digestive system. You know, scientists actually discovered this decades ago, and at first they thought it was just a standard gut hormone related to insulin. But what they know now, it's so much more fascinating. These tiny L cells in your small intestine take the nutrients from the food you eat, and they create GLP-1. This hormone then acts as a direct biochemical messenger, communicating all the way from your gut straight up into your brain.
Moving on to Part 2. 4 key responsibilities, or the Rule of 4.
Honestly, think of GLP-1 like a master conductor flawlessly coordinating a massive biological orchestra. It's the ultimate multitasker. First off, the moment you eat and your glucose rises, it signals your pancreas to release the exact right amount of insulin. Second, it carefully slows down your stomach from emptying too fast so your food digests at a nice, steady pace. Third, it actively blocks your liver from dumping unwanted excess glucose into your bloodstream, which, by the way, is a vital defense against diabetes. And fourth, it talks directly to your brain's command center.
In that brain connection, that is the crucial point. By targeting the hypothalamus in the brain, GLP-1 literally turns down the mental volume on your cravings. Have you ever felt that relentless urge to check food delivery apps? Or found yourself wandering to the fridge at midnight for ice cream? Yeah, we've all been there. That's called food noise. Well, GLP-1 naturally silences that noise, giving you a profound sense of satisfaction and fullness, long before your stomach is physically stuffed.
Part 3. Natural versus artificial. Navigating the hype.
Now, with all this biological power comes, of course, a massive industry looking to bottle it up. 5,000 crores. That is the staggering projected market value for GLP-1-based products in just the next 3 to 4 years. It really highlights the massive economic scale of this whole medical trend. But with this kind of money involved, the market is getting flooded with unregulated products like gummies and drinks claiming to boost GLP-1, often pushed by wellness centers with, frankly, pretty incomplete knowledge.
And this contrast between the two forms is incredibly important to understand. While synthetic, artificial GLP-1 drugs are undeniably powerful, and honestly sometimes absolutely necessary for severe obesity or type 2 diabetes, they definitely come with caveats. They're expensive and they carry potential side effects like dizziness, diarrhea, and even anemia. On the flip side, natural GLP-1 is completely safe and holistic. The only catch? It gets broken down extremely rapidly by an enzyme called DPP-4 in just 1 to 2 minutes, so your body literally has to use it immediately. All right, Part 4. Food is medicine. Hacking your internal pharmacy.
Since natural GLP-1 disappears so quickly, the ultimate hack is constantly refueling your internal pharmacy through a really cool science-backed method known as food sequencing. It's like a strategic game plan for your meal. By eating your fiber first, you let your good gut bacteria create short-chain fatty acids. Next, you eat your protein, which directly stimulates those L cells we talked about earlier. Finally, you eat your carbohydrates last. By the time you even get to the carbs, your natural GLP-1 is already firing, your hunger is satisfied, and you naturally limit your intake of refined sugars without even trying. It's a real game changer.
Let's look at exactly what to put on your plate to make this happen. Incorporating specific fibers like oats, barley, chia seeds, and fruits like avocados and apples feeds your gut microbiome perfectly. Even onions and garlic play a huge role here, but you do have to actively avoid the bad stuff: polished rice, potato chips, soft drinks. And hey, here is a critical detail from the research. Even if two people eat the exact same meal, the person who eats slowly and chews their food thoroughly produces significantly more GLP-1 than the person who just rushes through it.
Part 5. Sleep and Stress. The Vicious Hormone Cycle. Okay, so we've talked about food. But how might your modern lifestyle be actively suppressing your natural GLP-1? Well, just look at what happens when you miss your required 7 to 8 hours of sleep. If you lack sleep, your body goes into panic mode. The very next morning, your stress hormone, cortisol, spikes. Right alongside it, ghrelin, the hormone that makes you ravenously hungry, surges. By the afternoon, leptin, which tells you you're full, plummets. Under this vicious cycle of stress and exhaustion, it becomes biologically impossible for your GLP-1 to do its job.
Furthermore, you have to view your body as an interconnected hormonal web. For example, life changes like menopause decrease estrogen levels in women, which in turn actually blunts the effectiveness of GLP-1. This is a huge reason why appetite can suddenly surge during that phase of life. It just proves that you can't look at one hormone in isolation. You have to look at the whole picture to maintain that harmony.
Which brings us to part 6, the GLP-1 lifestyle, actionable daily habits. So how do we actually tie all of this incredible science into a daily routine that keeps our internal pharmacy fully stocked? Building a GLP-1 lifestyle is ultimately about getting back in alignment with nature. It means waking up early before sunrise. It means moving your body enough to break a sweat every single day, whether that's yoga, a brisk walk, or playing a sport. It means starting your day with a protein-rich breakfast, taking breaks from sitting at your desk, and crucially finishing your day with a light dinner before the sun goes down.
And guys, here is where this gets truly groundbreaking. By optimizing this lifestyle, the GLP-1 hormone travels via the vagus nerve straight into your brain's reward system. The latest research is showing it does way more than just manage weight and glucose. A healthy flow of natural GLP-1 actively protects your mental health. It helps fight off depression, assists in addiction recovery by dialing down cravings, and is even showing promising signs of protecting cognitive function against diseases like Alzheimer's. I want to leave you with this really profound thought from our source material today. We spend so much time and energy upgrading our physical houses, but our inner self, it only has one true home. Protect it. By understanding and naturally fueling your GLP-1, you are literally employing the strongest possible guardian for your health. The science is totally clear, the pharmacy is already inside you, and the tools are sitting right there on your plate. So the only question left is, what are you going to feed your inner guardian today? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope this empowers you to take charge of your amazing biology.